Hey everybody, welcome to the Guided Listening today, sponsored by Jazzwire. I'm Jeff Antoniuk. We're going to listen to some Count Basie Band with Joe Williams singing. Oh my gosh. When I do these guided listenings, what songs should I do? So sometimes I'm thinking about what am I practicing? What are we teaching inside Jazzwire? What do I have all these students around the world working on? And so today I was walking the dog and thinking, what was a meaningful tune to me? What could I not stop listening to at some point in my life? This track, Every Day I Have the Blues. So this is from 1955. It appeared on a 1957 or 59 Joe Williams album, I think called Every Day I Have the Blues, with the Basie Band, but I like this original version. It's not quite as clean and pristine. It's a little slower. But man, it's got some grease on it. So we're going to jump into this and talk about it in just a second. I hate to say I told you so, but I did tell you that we were going to sell out for the Jazzwire Winter Summit, and we did. So all of the 3-day spots are gone. We have some 1-day spots left. And here's the thing. We have a new super special guest. We have Dave Stryker on the guitar. He's going to be with us on Friday, January 27th. We have on Saturday, George Coleman, the legendary George Coleman on tenor sax on Saturday, January 28th. And then on Sunday, January 29th, we have Tia Fuller, one of the fantastic young players on the scene. She played with Beyonce. She's been featured in a major motion picture. Hell of a player and an amazing career. She's at Berklee School of Music and everything else. So if any of those people sound like someone that would be kind of interesting to hang out and talk with online from wherever you're at in the world, yes, sign up for 1 day. You can be playing, studying with myself, Paul Bolenbach on guitar, the faculty. It's going to be great. So yes, grab yourself a spot for that. Okay, so let's dig in. So if you haven't, oh my God, the Basie Band, incredible stuff. So I went to the University of North Texas where the big band tradition is very, very strong there. And we really did our best to get inside the styles of all these bands. We played lots of modern big band music composed by students, at North Texas, and really pushed that tradition ahead. Great friend of mine, Alan Baylock, he was a student with me. I was playing Alan's charts all the time. Well, now Alan is one of the most renowned big band writers in the world and is leading the program at North Texas. So that's pretty slick. But we would play Basie tunes. And if you're playing lead alto, you want to sound like Marshall Royal. Who is Marshall Royal? The lead alto player with the Basie Band. Wait till you hear Marshall Royal. If you're a drummer in a big band, you need to know about Sonny Payne, the drummer on this. If you're playing guitar in a big band, love it or not, you got to know about Freddie Green on the guitar, right? So these incredible personalities associated with the Kansas City style big band. And then Count Basie on piano, of course. So I tell you what, let's just jump into it. We'll talk about a couple things as we go and go from there. But I'll tell you what, whatever you have going on in your life, you may have chronic pain. You may have suffered a loss. You may have stubbed your toe this morning. You may have terrible taste. I don't know what your struggles are, but whatever you got, you're going to be better for the next 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Here we go. Great intro. Count Basie comes from the stride piano tradition in Kansas City. So straight up Basie. Wow. Power. Woo! Listen to that sax section. Vibrato. It's hard to hear that subtle vibrato. That's Marshall Royal, man. And of course, the brass killing with those hits. Oh my God. And how they're sitting back in the time, how swinging that is. But listen to that guitar way up front in the mix. Freddie Green, quarter notes. So through all of this is the guitar and the bass and the drums, just these driving quarter notes with a laid-back feel on top of it. By the way, where's Joe Williams? We're like a minute into this thing. What a great intro. This is an Ernie Wilkins arrangement. Muted trumpets. Woo! Low trombones. Good God. Dynamics? Who knew? And
every day I have the blues.
One of the great singers of all time, Joe Williams. And listen to that arrangement. It's just rhythm section, some tenor sax fills, and then there were some little trumpet answers to what Joe was singing.
Because it's you I hate.
So it's a quartet right now.
Nobody loves me.
The band's gone, right? After that huge intro. That's great arranging. Messing with the texture, right? We went from the earth, almost shattering down to a quartet. And this is the blues, 12-bar blues. And man, that is swinging. Jeez.
I'm gonna back my third game.
All right, here comes the band.
Moving on down the line.
Trombones and saxes answer.
I'm gonna back my suitcase. Move on down
So
the line.
riffs, right? These repeated blues figures. Man, listen to Joe singing those quarter notes. Woo! Incredible.
Seems to me every day.
There's that riff still going on.
Every day I have the blues.
Very much the same as the last chorus.
Every day, every day, every day, every day I have the blues.
Check out the articulation of the horn players. That's how they're making it swing so hard. Listen to Joe's articulation. The way he's hitting things on the quarter note.
Nobody loves me. Nobody sings. Yeah.
Trumpets and mutes. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Plunger mutes. Now the band is talking to Joe. Joe's talking to the band. They're egging him on, right? They're egging him on. And through it all, Freddie Green has not played anything but 4 quarter notes in every measure at this point. That's the machine. Cool little polyrhythm over top. Sax is playing that little riff underneath. And that's Sonny Payne. Swinging and hitting all that. Sometimes he's playing the figure, sometimes he's setting it up. So he was creating some energy, now he's back to swinging. So what a monster player, Sonny Payne. Check out that note. Check it out. That big, ugly, sharp 9 chord at the end. Woo! All right. So, whatever was troubling you before, you've forgotten about it, I'm guessing, right? Now it comes rushing back. Sorry, shouldn't have brought it up. But that's the blues, right? So it's kind of interesting that the blues, we know about the African and the African-American experience and the blues and, all the hardship. And, we got the blues and, the blues scale and it's minor and all this moaning and, just all of that we know about the blues and plenty more we don't know about the blues. That was pretty happy. That was pretty uplifting. And that's part of it, right? Like that is part of the blues experience. And what happens in a lot of cultures around the world, but certainly African and African American culture, is we talk about it, we complain about it, we shout about it, we stomp about it. And through that, our spirits are lifted. So it's, one of the ways you can think about it is we're just moaning and complaining, right? That is one style of blues, that darker, more minor moaning, complaining blues. But then there's this. This is the blues, and this is happy and uplifting. That's the way I'm hearing it, right? So, the band, holy crap, like I could listen to this incessantly. And the Basie band famously backed up, lots of great singers. The stuff they did with Frank Sinatra is incredible. I'll probably do one of those live at the Sands. Fantastic album. But yeah, the Basie band is, probably my favorite big band stuff. It just feels so good. And I know Duke Ellington is out there, and I know Maria Schneider's out there. I know there's a lot of great big bands. There's Mingus out there, right? But man, Basie, as far as feel and energy, it's incredible. And I love those personalities, and I'm just so thankful I got to study this stuff, that I got to play lead alto in bands that prided themselves on sounding just like Basie, that I got to play tenor sax on some of this stuff. And hear great band directors like at North Texas, talking about how do we get there. So a friend of mine was the lead trumpet player in the Basie band for 31 years, Mike Williams. He was at North Texas before I got there. He left North Texas to join the Basie band. He played with them for 31 years. So that's incredible. He's not on this recording. Mike is old as hell, but he's not that old. So like what would that be like, playing hundreds of times, thousands of times around the world with a band like that? That's, it's fun to hear Mike talk about it because he knows, what an experience. I was going to say how lucky he was, but it ain't luck. If you've heard Mike Williams play trumpet, holy shit, that's the gig for him, right? So hope you enjoyed that. And Freddie Green on the guitar, quarter notes. If nothing else, quarter notes. Quarter notes. Have I said quarter notes? Okay, we're going to leave it there. Grab one day at the Winter Summit and study with Dave Stryker, study with Tia Fuller, study with George Coleman. And of course, when you're there that day, you get to be playing, taking all the electives and the master classes with myself and Paul Bolenbach. So I hope I'll see you there. We've got a handful of those spots left. The 3-day spots are sold out. Thank you for joining me on Guided Listening.